Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Black Desiderium. Did y'all go see the new Michaeljackson movie? I just left the theater and I have some thoughts, so let's talk. If you've been on social media for the last few days, then I'm sure that you've seen a lot of mixed reviews. And I purposely tried to stay away from the good and the bad reviews because I just wanted to go into the movie theater with my own opinion, nothing, just a clean slate. Before I share my thoughts on this movie, I just want to start by saying that Michaeljackson is the greatest of all time. The greatest performer, singer, dancer. They don't call him the king of pop for nothing, okay? I have loved Michaeljackson for as long as I can remember. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way now, okay? Honestly, I'm still trying to find the words for how this movie made me feel.
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
This movie was great, but it felt unfinished and surface level to a certain degree. The star-studded cast did amazing. Jafar, he deserves his 10s. He really captured the essence of his uncle, the way he walked, talked, danced, and even the subtle expressions. He nailed it. Jafar deserves all the flowers that he has been receiving through this press run. Listen, Jafar, thank you for honoring your uncle's legacy and not playing with it. Coleman Domingo, who played Joe Jackson, did a great job as well. Every time he would pop on the screen, everybody in the theater was like, ugh, and bracing themselves for what Joe was gonna say or do. Then we have the beautiful Nia Long, who played Miss Katherine Jackson. She did amazing. She was calm and soft-spoken, and she was a very supportive mother. She stood up for Michael when Joe was doing too much, and she had his back, which I feel like was accurate in real life. You know how their relationship was. They was like this, locked in. Side note, Miss Katherine Jackson has been played by some phenomenal women. Like I said, in this movie, we had Nia Long, and then in the Jacksons, An American Dream, we had the great Angela Bassett. Oh my goodness. You a liar and you a cheat. And I don't want you no more. No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. That is everything. That's a quote that will always stay alive with me. Speaking of the Jacksons, An American Dream movie, I've been seeing a lot of people compare the new Michael movie to the old Jacksons movie. And a lot of people were saying that they like the Jacksons movie over the new Michael movie. But what people have to remember is that the Jacksons movie was a miniseries and it was about 4 hours long, if I'm not mistaken, versus the new Michael movie, it was only 2 hours and 10 minutes. So of course the Jackson movie went into depth with certain topics. I feel like the Michael movie skipped a lot of important events, and I do understand that it was only 2 hours, so they fit what they deemed important, I guess. But a lot of stuff was missing, and I feel like it just didn't flow the way I was expecting it to flow. It felt like I was reading a book and I started on the first page of chapter 1, and then after that page I just skipped to chapter 8, read one page, and then skipped to chapter 16. Like, it was so much stuff missing and it was moving so fast. And in between, it was just different performances, different songs, or him in the studio, which the music was the best part of the movie. 10 out of 10. Jafar singing, dancing. I don't know if that was his voice or was it, I don't know how they did that, but Jafar did amazing. Like, I was looking at the screen and I'm like, is this footage of Michaeljackson that they just put in there? But no, it was Jafar. He did amazing. The music was the best part. I was in there singing, dancing in my seat. I was trying to stay seated. Majority of the film were performances, and I feel like the storyline kind of got neglected in a way. Also, if you have 2 hours to fit, a lot of information in, I feel like focusing on one topic or a certain topic too much is taking up too much time. Now, I know Michael loved his animals, and I love animals too, but I feel like certain things could have been shorter, or I really don't know. I'm not a filmmaker, So, and this is no disrespect to the people that made the film. I just feel like we could have dug a little deeper into different things like the vitiligo diagnosis or just different things that Michael went through. Tabloids, I don't know if they really were that crazy yet, but you know, it was a lot of different things that Michael was going through and things around him that I feel like we could have benefited from having in the movie. Also, Lorenz Tate was in the movie and he was playing Barry Gordy, and I was shocked to see him because I didn't see him in the trailer. I don't know if I overlooked him or he just wasn't included, which shocked me because Lorenz Tate is a household name, and I feel like, you know, he should have been included in the trailer to get people a little bit more interested, even though it's Michaeljackson. It's about Michaeljackson anyway, and you know, we're gonna go out for Michaeljackson anyway. But I was shocked to see Lorenz Tate. Also, Deon Cole played Don King, and I couldn't tell. When I was in the movies, I didn't know that that was Deon Cole until I left, and people were saying it online that that was him playing Don King. I was shocked. There were also a few faces that were missing in the film, like Janet Jackson, Ruby Jackson, Diana Ross, and I'm sure a lot of people can point out different people that were missing, but I was shocked not seeing certain people. I feel like Diana Ross played a big role in Michael's journey. They also didn't include anything about The Wiz, which I feel like, even though it was a box office flop, it is now, you know, a cult classic to a lot of people. The Wiz is iconic. Diana Ross, Michaeljackson, and I was shocked not to see that or see Diana Ross. I did a little research and I saw that the actress Kat Graham was supposed to play Diana Ross, and she did shoot her parts of the film, but they ended up cutting it due to a legal settlement from 1993. I'm not really sure what that was all about, but I guess they don't have the right to use Diana Ross in a film. I don't know what that's about, but Miss Graham, Kat Graham, she actually filmed the part. So maybe one day we'll get the extended cut or the, you know, director's cut, and we can get the full story of how they wanted it to be. I would be interested in that. I feel like a big part of this movie was Michael gaining his independence. You know, he was trying to separate himself from his brothers. Not really his brothers, but mainly his father. And, you know, at first we could just see how he was kind of scared to fire him. He got his lawyer to fire him through a fax, even though he was still living in the same house. Like, you're not gonna run into your dad in the house. And, you know, he just kept asking people, okay, you need to call Joe. You tell Joe. You do this, you do that. One of the best parts of the movie is when the Jacksons are performing, working day and night. And I feel like that's, yeah, Joe had them working day and night. But they were performing, and Michael took it upon himself to say, hey y'all, this is my last time touring with my brothers, so I guess let's just call this the farewell tour. And when I tell you, Joe's face was balled up and he was like, what? The farewell tour? Oh, you trying to be funny? I got something for that. But Michael, you know, he stayed 10 toes down, and he meant that. When they got off the stage, Joe tried to confront him, but Michael was so unfazed. He walked straight past his daddy, and Michael's security guard slash driver, who we learned a lot about in the film, or we saw a lot of, named Bill Bray, he told Joe, it's over, just, you know, get over it. And they walked off. Next thing you know, it says 1988, and Michaeljackson looks completely different. And now we're in the bad era, which, as you can see, is my favorite Michaeljackson era, okay? So that's what, you know, I was very excited. But bad started playing, and next thing you know, it's the end credits, and they saying his story continues. I was like, huh? I was confused because I didn't get the memo that the movie was only going to 1988. I don't know if that information was already out, but I thought the movie was gonna be his whole life. But, so it has to be a part 2, I'm guessing and I'm hoping. But that threw me off. And I saw a lot of people was just sitting there after the movie just looking like, wait, this isn't the end. This is not the end. But it was the end, y'all. I was really shocked. I don't know if I feel like maybe I missed the memo, and the other people in the theater missed the memo too, because we was all confused. All in all, the movie was good. It was good. It was decent. It was okay, you know. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I'd go see it again. Like, I would definitely watch a part 2. I would support it. I'm not mad that I paid for a ticket to go watch it, and I would tell other people to go watch it. It's great. It's a great nostalgic vibe, you know, listening to all those good songs, dancing, just looking at Jafar bring Michael alive again. It was just unreal. It was great to watch. I just feel like I have to lower my expectations going into certain things, because the way I envisioned it was totally different. But the movie was good, and I would tell people to go watch it. I would recommend. I think everybody should go watch it. And, you know, some people was walking out the theaters crying. Not where I was at, but on social media, I saw people crying. I saw people loving it. And then I saw the other people that felt the complete opposite and said they wanted their money back. But I think everybody should give it a chance. Give it a watch, and, you know, maybe you'll like it. Maybe you have a different opinion, a different outlook on it. Who knows? I got a short, crazy, funny childhood memory that I'm gonna share that's involving Michaeljackson. So, my Aunt Paula, God rest her soul, we would always go to her house, and every time we would go to her house, she already got the Moonwalker tape and the VCR. She got the snacks, and that's what we gonna do. We coming over there, we about to watch the Moonwalker tape, we about to eat some snacks, and that's it. You know, after the Moonwalker tape go off, we rewind it and watch it all over again. That's how much we love Michaeljackson. And one day, you know, that's our regular routine. So one day we wake up in the morning, and my Aunt Paula is like, where is my Michaeljackson tape at? So we all like, what you mean? It's still where it's in the VCR? What you mean? No, it's not. Find my Michaeljackson tape right now. So, you know, the first place I go look is the VCR. And it's a tape in there. But it's not a Michaeljackson tape. And it's not a kid appropriate tape. It's something totally different. So I don't know, whoever was responsible for that, I don't know. But my Aunt Paula wasn't trying to hear none of that. She said, y'all find my motherfucking tape. I'm not playing. So we spent all day looking for that tape, looking in places that a tape would never go, the bathroom, in the closets, under the bed, upstairs, downstairs, the kitchen, everywhere. We couldn't find the tape. And my Aunt Paula was not hearing it. She was not taking that for an answer. So we was looking the whole weekend looking for the Michaeljackson tape. We ended up leaving, going home, and we went back to her house a few weeks later, and everything was cool. We got settled in, we sat down, was chilling, playing. Next thing you know, my aunt said, go find my Michaeljackson tape. Now, this had been weeks had passed by. She didn't care. Go find my Michaeljackson tape. So we looking through her house again. Another weekend spent looking for the Moonwalker, Michaeljackson tape. And we still didn't find it. So I don't remember. We might have went over there one more time, and we spent another weekend looking for the tape. Then after that, we took a little hiatus from her house because we was like, okay, we need a break. Probably a few months, and we ended up staying again. We went back over her house a few months later, and it was back to the regular routine. The Moonwalker tape was in the VCR and snacks. My Aunt Paula ain't never even say where she found the tape at. Nothing. She didn't say, oh, sorry, y'all. I blamed y'all. She was just regular scheduled program. The tape, we watching the tape. We watched it. We danced. We laughed. We had a good time. But in the back of my mind, I was like, where was the tape at? And why you had us looking for that tape all them weeks, back to back to back? I don't know. To this day, I don't know where the tape was at, but she found it. That's all that matters. And that is just so funny to me, so crazy to me. But, yeah. Anyways, if you've seen a new Michaeljackson movie, then please leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. Did you like it? Were you on the fence? Was it okay? What would you rate it, 1 through 10? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm interested to hear everybody's thoughts. And yes, thanks for watching.